My 18th birthday, I was a senior in high school. My 19th birthday, I was an aviation cadet. My 20th birthday, I was flying B-17s. My 21st birthday, I was sitting in a prison camp.
I was supposed to stay in for 1 year, and I was in Detroit on Pearl Harbor Day, and I had 1 more month to serve before I got out. But I never did get out.
So here I was, 18-year-old, going out overseas as a second lieutenant bombardier navigator.
We were inducted into the 8th Air Force from the 702nd Military Police Battalion. First, we were at the airport near Rushden in Northamptonshire. We were there for a couple of weeks. That's where they were sending out a lot of B-17s, and the casualty rates were about 40% every bombing raid they did.
Got shot down on my 14th mission.
We were attacked by German fighters, and they attacked, like I said, in the tail. First wave, we got through pretty good. The next wave hit us in just a few minutes, wasn't very long, and they hit real heavy, and they hit us and shot our tail off.
My number 2 call over to me and say that we would certainly appreciate you pulling out of formation because you have a big fire in your right wing, and if you blow up, you're going to take a bunch of other people down with you.
The pilot gave the order to bail out, and I was flying as a navigator at this time, and I was right next to the escape hatch in the doors.
Bailed out the crew, and that 9 of the guys were captured within, say, the next 2-3 hours.
Here I was, a 19-year-old second lieutenant. I didn't know any big secrets. So they sent me to Stalag Luft III after that interrogation.
The name for a German prisoner was Kriegsgefangenen, and so we were calling ourselves Kriegies. I was in the same compound with Dean, the south compound. The north compound was the site of the Great Escape, and this resulted in some interesting flyers on our bulletin board saying that we are no longer considering escape as part of the duty of a soldier, that all attempted escapees will be shot and killed.
They supplied us with bread and soup was made out of sauerkraut. What was left after sauerkraut was boiled, there was nothing in it. We got it to eat it. And the bread, it was made of tree flour, sawdust.
20 to 30% sawdust, and so we didn't lack for bulk in our eating there.
We were in Stalag Luft III until right after Christmas. We had Christmas in our camp there. So when we were marched out, they said, you take what you can carry.
I was again on the same march that Dean took. We'd started out, and the column was something that just went out of sight in back of you and went out of sight in front of you.
They put us on a train. They probably had 100 of us on that plane. It was you couldn't sit down, you had to stand up. 2 days on this train with bread and water. One of the fellows in our plane, in our train died. He passed away, and we had to stand him up on one of the corners because there was no place to lay down or anything.
So we ended up down at Mooseburg. Stalag Luft III was a Luftwaffe camp. Stalag 7A was an old French camp. And so that they ended up with probably 10,000 prisoners in the camp that was designed for probably a couple of thousand.
Everybody could feel that the United States was, or the Americans were doing their share and helping defeat the Germans. And we were all looking forward to going home sometime. We were there a long time. They had a little printed sheet that came out and passed it around. It said the war was over and thanked everybody that participated in that effort.
The spotter plane flew over. We knew they were there, and they were going to be careful. And the next day we heard the tanks roaring, coming. And so we knew it was close to being rescued.
Patton's tanker knocked out the SS position in the tower near the camp.
So there was no more shooting after the tank blew it up. And the American flag went up. What a time that was. Patton came into camp that afternoon.
And so I think we all feel that every day is a gift that we've been given. And looking back on the 8th there, the VE Day, I think, looking back on it we also view that as a gift that we were given.